Welcome back to Market Call Recap, your daily recap of BNN Bloomberg's Market Call. I'm Early Buffett. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a broker or CMT. I'm just an armchair technician here, just trying to help out people that are new to the stock market and to reading charts. So if you're new here, welcome. And please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help the algorithm out. Today on the show, we had Stan Wong, who had Amazon, Constellation Brands, and MasterCard. I always like when Stan's on. He's very, cool, calculated. He really knows what he's talking about. He looks at different markets as well. He has a good view on China too. So always interesting to hear his thoughts. But before I wanted to proceed, I want to just take a look at NVIDIA for the algorithm. Everyone's talking about NVIDIA, right? We have the stock split coming up tomorrow. I don't hold any NVIDIA. I have a holding in AMD, but I've been thinking of dipping my toe in, and as soon as I buy, the stock's going to go down even more. So this will be an indicator for anyone wanting to go in. But I'm not sure. I want to take a position, a small position, just to kind of start out. I do have a feeling that the split is going to bring in a lot of volume, but we do have declining volume right now on the chart. So, and it's obviously very overheated, not completely overbought though. At 72 on the RSI. So we're not kind of dipping over that. Over the not too high on the RSI, I should say. But I just wanted to take a quick look at it here. You could see this monster move right here. But in circumstances like this, you have to think that we're going to have some kind of retracement back to that 50-day moving average here. That's what I think is going to happen, honestly. Maybe we'll have, a bit of a blast off here and then a cooling off period, or nothing will happen and it'll just kind of meander down back to back to the mean, the old reversion to the mean, which a lot of people talk about. But, it's been a hell of a move. Look at this. That was January, from January, this gigantic move up until, 150%. It's just wild. I don't like the, FOMO, but at the same time, these guys are just really in the space that is going to be the future, in my opinion. So I don't know. I might take a look. Maybe I'll nibble a bit, just for the sake of having a small position, and then kind of wait for a retracement and then kind of see where it goes from there. But I just wanted to have a quick look at NVIDIA for the algorithm. But yeah, so what Stan had for pick number one was Amazon. We don't really have to say much about Amazon, but he likes it for the very competitive moat that they have in e-com, cloud. They have 32% market share in AWS. So they're Amazon Web Services, so their cloud infrastructure, which is amazing and somewhere that you want to be for sure. And obviously their ads business, their e-commerce business, all that good stuff, good balance sheet, good cash flow. Can be very acquisitive if needed. They have all that cash. So, but on the chart, obviously back from, the start of the year, we've had this really nice move here. You could draw the uptrend there if you want. Take a look. And it's looking good. It's looking really, really nice. But look where we're headed now. We're having trouble getting over this area of resistance here around 183. Popped up to as high as 187, 187, 188 here. So it looks like, we cleared it for a bit, but now it's kind of like a little double top here. So not sure where it's going to go. You could see some declining volume as well. So it might be getting tired. It might start to come back into this area here. This, call it, anywhere from 150 to 180 area. And may meander there a little more, but again, they're in the space, right? They're in AI, they're in all this good stuff, and so who knows? Maybe it'll keep going higher and continue on with that trend, but only time will tell. But Amazon needs no introduction. Great company, really, really solid, and yeah. Next up, Constellation Brands. I don't really follow this very closely, but it's an interesting looking chart here. Whippy definitely whippy. I mean, look at this thing. But if you look on the aggregate, you know, very nice, clean looking chart here. You know, he feels it's a safe choice. You know, they have some premium alcohol brands. They're good with buybacks, dividend player, all that good stuff. I mean, the chart, you could see this, you know, I mean, you could connect it to that 2020 low, right? When the world was coming to an end, so to speak. But I mean, I'm seeing kind of a rising wedge as well, but there was two little areas here where it came out. But, you know, there's definitely a rising wedge pattern here. It, you know, climbed over it, popped over it a couple of times, and now it's back under it. So it's definitely building up some steam here. Where's the next move going to be? Who knows? I mean, I would think it'll be up. But again, as I always say, do your own due diligence. This is just looking at charts and educational purposes and all that stuff. But I'm seeing a bit of a rising wedge over the long term here, right? So when those are, you know, these long term patterns, you know, tend to accumulate a lot of steam, and that'll, you know, result in typically a larger move. And in this case, it would be on the upside, but hard to say. I mean, you see declining volumes as well. So we're not, you know, not sure where this can go, but it definitely looks bullish. And, you know, it's a consumer product. It's not going away. Alcohol, you know, it's very popular unless cannabis uproots it completely, but I don't think that's going to happen either. So, but I think they're dabbling in the cannabis space as well. But last but not least, we have MasterCard. I mean, digital payments, it's definitely where, you know, it's such a great secular industry. I'm not in MasterCard. I'm not in Visa. I'm not in any of them, actually. I probably should be. You kind of take your pick at this point, but you could look at on the 1 year here. Very nice when you're looking at trends. I'm just drawing lines here, but we're coming back into that trend. We have some declining volume here. So it's getting a little bit tired. I mean, they all had such a spectacular run, but they're you know, steady businesses, really safe. I wouldn't have any issues taking a position here, especially when we've had this dip here. I mean, how big is that dip? It's a nice, I'm just going to get the graph to look a little better here. And, you know, we're kind of, you know, coming into this wedge again, right? Building up steam. It's knocking off the bottom, you know, that top trend line off the bottom trend line. And, you know, we're coming into this area where we could, you know, go either up or down. But it's definitely building up some steam here. But that's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to take a quick look at was the actual percentage move since, what is that? That's March 21st till now. 8% move on MasterCard. You know, it's a nice move. So it could be a nice time to kind of buy that little dip. I don't see anything, you know, not seeing anything else here that's notable, but it's definitely a nice looking chart. We're definitely in kind of a downtrend right now. So who knows if that's going to come back down, kind of kiss this 200-day and then kind of keep on going. But, you know, MasterCard's a strong company and I'm sure they'll do just fine, especially over the longer term. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please be my first subscriber and I would appreciate it very much if you liked, shared, follow me on X at Early Buffett. And until next time, I will see you tomorrow.